The thing about the Gammas is that they are rarely written about, and in my opinion, when they are written about, it's poorly written. People always say that I hate Spartan 3s because I don't talk about them very much, and the reality is that they're just not in Halo that much. We see them in Ghosts of Onyx, Legacy of Onyx, Glasslands, and the Ferret Squad trilogy, and that's pretty much it from a lore perspective. There are other appearances here and there, but that's the bulk of it. But the Gammas specifically, again, this is just my opinion, I think they're cheap plot devices. The Gammas were created to be the ultimate fighting force. Kurt did everything in his power to make sure that the Gamma Company Spartan 3s were the greatest fighting force in human history, and he says so himself. They had safer augmentations that produced more soldiers. They had upgraded SPI armor that would protect them better and conceal them better, but they also had illegal augmentations that made them absolutely wild. Their brains were altered so that they don't feel panic, they don't feel fear. They continue fighting long past their expiration date. When one receives a life-ending injury, they just keep going until it's literally impossible for them, and they drop. We've seen them fight with their chest blown out by needler rounds. We have seen them beat sentinels to death with broken, bloody stumps. But this augmentation that allows them to do all of this comes at a cost. They have to take something called smoothers, a drug that makes them function normally. But when they don't have that, they start to go crazy. Hallucinations, hearing voices, paranoia, all things that you don't want a Spartan to have. And every single story that they're in has this cheap plot device injecting tension when there really isn't any. Every single story that has a Spartan 3 Gamma in it has one of them off of their smoothers for some amount of time that makes them dangerous to be around. It is without fail, it is undefeated. And that is because they are used in the dumbest way possible. If you have a bunch of teenage super soldiers that go crazy when they don't have their drugs, why oh why would you put them in situations deep behind enemy lines where their drugs are not a guarantee? And just to be clear, I'm not saying that these books are bad or that you shouldn't check them out. You absolutely should, because they are still good. It's just that every time a Gamma Spartan 3 shows up, I roll my eyes because I already know where the story is going. They're going to have time away from their smoothers, they're going to start exhibiting symptoms of psychosis, they are going to be hard to work with, they are going to do questionable things, but in the end, everything's going to be fine. By the third book of the Ferret Squad trilogy, this got very tiresome.